Yes. Hello everyone. Let us continue our next topic, that is properties on relations. We have certain properties, namely reflexive relations or next irreflexive relation, symmetric relation, asymmetric relation, anti-symmetric, transitive relation, and all. So let us see one by one, and we'll see some of the examples on these properties of relations. So what is reflexive? A reflexive relation R on a set A is said to be reflexive if A, A should belongs to R. For all A belongs to a set A, that is A R A. For all A should belong to set A, and A is not reflexive if A, A does not belong to R. So this is the property which is there in a reflexive relation. And if you consider this example, a set A consisting of four elements 1, 2, 3, and 4, and always the diagonal elements, that is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, is not reflexive. In this case, why? Because 4, 4 is not present in R. So this is the best example to understand what is this reflexive relation. Always the diagonal elements of a matrix you can consider, that is called as a reflexive relation. If at all in this relation R, if 4 4 was present, then it would have been a reflexive. Now in this example, this is not a reflexive relation. So next, if irreflexive one, then if the diagonal elements are not present in R, so that is AA does not uh, present in R, then it is called as a irreflexive. So we'll see the definition. A relation R on a set A is said to be irreflexive if A comma A does not belongs to R. If it is not belonging to R, for all A belongs to capital A, that is set A, that is there is no element of A related to itself. No, a non-reflexive relation need not be irreflexive. So this is a note which is to be considered. Less than, greater than are irreflexive not on the set of all real numbers. We'll see all these things or all these criteria whenever we are taking some example. And the thing or the important part in the irreflexive relation is A comma A uh, should not be present in a R, does not belongs to, we say, in R. Symmetric relation, the relation R on a set A is said to be symmetric. When it is said to be symmetric, A comma B belongs to A, E belongs to R, B comma A belongs to R. For all AB belongs to A. So if we have AB and BA in R, then it is a symmetric one. Asymmetric one, if A comma B belongs to R, B comma A does not belongs to R. For all A comma B belongs to A. So if one is A comma B belongs to R, if BA is not present, then it is a symmetric relation. Antisymmetric is somewhat tricky here to understand. That is, a relation R on a set A is said to be antisymmetric if whenever A comma B belongs to R, B comma A belongs to R, and A should be equal to B. So this is the important part to be noted down in the antisymmetric relation. A comma B should belong to R, and B comma A should belong to R, and A should be equal to B. In that is, A comma B belongs to R and A not equal to B, then for that case we cannot say that it's a antisymmetric. There is a note which is written here. Symmetric and antisymmetric relations are not same. A relation can both be symmetric and antisymmetric. It cannot be neither symmetric nor antisymmetric. And when we see an example, at that time we can come to a conclusion when a set and or when a relation will be asymmetric, when a relation will not be asymmetric, when it will be an antisymmetric, when it will be a transitive relation, and when it is asymmetric one. So once we take an example, those all will be clear. A relation, transitive one. A transitive, if you say, rather than reading this one, if you see, whenever A belongs to R, AB belongs to R, and BC belongs to R, and if AC belongs to R, then we say that it's a transitive relation. See, This is important if AB, BC, and if there is a relation from AC, then you will come across a transitive relation. And we'll see one example on this equivalence relation. What is an equivalence relation? A set R on a set a relation R on a set A is said to be equivalence relation on A if R is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. If a relation holds these three criteria, or if these three, if it fulfills, then we say that it's a equivalence relation. That is, reflexive it should be, symmetric it should be, and it should be transitive or even. And equivalence classes, let R be an equivalence relation on a set A, and A belongs to capital A. Then the set of all those elements of set A which are related to A by R is called as the equivalence classes of of a of A with respect to R. This equivalence classes is denoted by R of A, or in this way it will be denoted as. And A bar, even it will be denoted R of A is equal to X belongs to A, X comma A belongs to R. So here is a relation wherein we have 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 3 3 1 1 comma 2 2 1 2 and 3 3. So we'll see an example on equivalence relation even and equivalence class even, and what is the meaning of a partition of a set. And when we take an example, you will be understanding what is irreflexive one, symmetric one, non-symmetric. So let A is equal to 1 to 3. Determine the nature of the following relations. See here, what we need to do is we need to check what type of a relation exists among in these relations. R1, if you consider 1 2 2 1 1 3 3 1. So this is irreflexive, symmetric, and non-transitive. Transitive means we come across 1 2 2 1 and 1 1. There is no irreflexive. Reflexive means 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 3 3. If it is, then it will be a reflexive. Here that case is not. That's why it is this one, irreflexive. And symmetric, there is a case where 2 1 1 2 1 2 2 1 is that. So that's why it is a symmetric one. So in this way we can able to see this particular relations holds these three relations, that is irreflexive, symmetric, and transitive. If you see the second one, R2 1 1 2 2 3 3 2 3. So definitely it is a reflexive because all the diagonal elements are present here, 1 1 2 2 3 3. So it is a reflexive. Transitive 1 1. If you take 2 2 2 2 3, 2 3 is present. 1 1 1 2, anti-symmetric. So what is this not symmetric? For not symmetric, what should be the case? 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2, or 1 2 2 1. That is called as a symmetric. So that's why it is a asymmetric. It's an asymmetric here. So there is no 1 2 2 1. So that's why it is a asymmetric. Transitive property. There is a relation that is 2 3, next 3 3, and 3 3 is not there, and it doesn't hold the transitive property. So in this case we have noted down, or we have written here, and that is yes. In the second example, if you see the transitive, we have 2 to 2 comma 2 2 comma 3, and the end one is 2 2 to 3. So that is present over here. And if you see the third one, all these the diagonal elements are there. Reflexive it is, symmetric, it's symmetric relation exists, that is all uh, reflexive are even symmetric also, that is 1 1, and even 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 2 2 3 3 are there. And transitive is a property wherein you have 1 1, 2 1 is not there, and when it holds all these three, then it is called as a equivalence one. And if you see the R4, 1 1 2 2 3 3 2 3 3 2. So now, if you these are reflexive, symmetric for this, you have 1 2 2 3. 2 3 is already also there, and 2 3 3 2. So it is a symmetric. Transitive 2 2 2 3 and 2 3 even it is. So that's why it is also a equivalence relation. So R4. So try out with the remaining also. And okay, if R is equal to, if A is equal to 1 2 3 4 and R be the relation on a set A, give an example on the relation for the following: reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. Reflexive, if we want to give, all the diagonal elements should be there, and symmetric 1 2 2 1 should be there. And for a transitive, if you want to give any not a transitive, then 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2, there is no element like 1 2 3 3 2, that is there is no transitive one. uh, so that's why this is an example which is given. And reflexive, transitive. Reflexive is there, that is all the diagonal elements are here. Transitive 1 1 1 1 1 2 and 1 2, even here also it is there. Not symmetric, not symmetric 2 2 and 2 2 is there. 1 2 2 1, 2 1 is not there, so that's why it is not symmetric. So in the same case, symmetric, yes, it is a symmetric 1 1 2 2. It should be a symmetric one, and it should be a transitive but not reflexive. Symmetric, if you see 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 1, by this you can say that it's a symmetric one. And it is a transitive 1 1 1 2 and 1 1 2 2 1 1 1 is there. So here you can see this reflexive, not, because all the diagonal elements are not there. And by this you can say that you have written the you have fulfilled this criteria. If you see this one, this example, A is a set that is a union of A1 A2 A3. So these are the sets wherein it holds certain values, that is A1 holds 1 2, A2 holds 2 3 4 and A3 holds only 5. Define the relation R on a set A by X or Y if X and Y are in the same set. EI I is equal to 1 2 3. Is R an equivalence relation? Is R an equivalence relation, that is being asked. So now A is equal to A1 union A2 union A3. So when you have A1 union A2 union A3, you will have to first form the set A. How to first form the set A is uh, write the elements of A1 A2 A3 that will form the set A. And here the set A is 1 2 3 4 5. And when you need to form a relation, you have to consider all the you have to consider all the combinations from 1 to last 5. So that is 1 1, it will be 1 x or y, that is there is no criteria given like x is multiple of 2, and there is no criteria given over here. 1 1, 1 can be related to 2. Okay, 1 1 2 1 1 1 2. Next 2 1 2 2 2 2 2 3 2 4. Next 3 2 3 3 3 4. Next 4 2 4 3 4 4 4. Next phi phi.